You're on video now. Not time lapse, I hope. Right, nothing fancy, no microphones, no nothing. Just had a quick time lapse of me tidying up. Just unpacking we won some kind of a gift set or something at Christmas. Wife was a bit rude about it, but actually it's alright. Nice set of drills in there. I'm going to fill in some of the gaps in some of my other sets. Got a nice set of things there for the impact driver. Mustn't grumble. There you go. That's in there, I think. I can retire the old one we had in there. That's it. Right, let me just pause you. Right, probably not going to be a lot of talking in this one. I just need to check what kind of view we've got actually as well. Very little. That's not going to work well, is it? Right, I might have to stick you in the other tripod. Right, hopefully I won't keep tripping over you. Put the keys there so I know exactly where they are when I've lost them. I can't when I've lost them. That's broken from the boot from the bus. Probably need that. I'm going to need a load of shit out of that. What the fucking hell is this? Put that in there. It's a drill we've been playing about with. God, this stuff. I've cleaned this 3 times and I'm still picking up stuff. Oh, pardon me, ducks. There's desperate in need of massive clear out in here. I'll leave them. Not sure what they are. Oh, pardon me, ducks. It's a bit windy in here. Probably not good YouTube etiquette, but then if you've been watching my channel that long, you probably know exactly where I'm coming from. I made a bit of an hole there. Right, what are we on today? Oh. Right, this wasn't the video I thought I was going to be making today, but the wifey is... It says Holly 2010. No, it doesn't. What does it say? Hard to start, stalls at low power. There you go. It seems to be covered in water. Let me just move that before I wreck it, because that's out of the bus, or the new bus. Right, I think we'll get the garage door down. Boom. Let me just see what we are filming. It's probably not going to work like, but hey ho. Let's watch a video of Mark poking his phone again. GoPro. We're recording. Right, need to stop you 2 seconds. You know what? That's not too bad as a view. Right. What's the crack with this? Right. I made a video on this years and years and years ago. I seem to remember it's that long ago. We were in the old workshop when it was a workshop. And I got it working, I got it running, but the lines are absolutely mullered on it. And it kept stalling out, and I kind of felt it was something to do with the lines. But the carburetor could be foobarred as well. And you know what? It wasn't that expensive to get a carb kit. So I think in here I've got carb kits, selections of lines. There it is. There's the carb kit. We've got a whole load of lines and stuff like that, and bits and bobs for servicing lawnmowers. So we're probably going to crack into that. I'm not even going to try and get this, show you it running. I'll show you what it's doing. I've got to get this done, so it's going to be a quick fire job today. Probably going to have to spin it round because I think I need to work on it this way round. Carburetor's at that end. I don't even know if I've got any fuel up here, to be honest. I've got a bit of fuel in there. I think it might even be premix. I might even have some premix up here. Oh, you beauty. So I'm pretty sure it is a 2-stroke this from what I remember. But yep, 2-stroke, petrol plus oil, it's on the petrol cap. Best thing I can do is just tear into this, get the carb off, and we will stick a new carb on, see if we can get it running, and then I need to get the chainsaw bit working. We might have to take it outside and practice on it, but I'm conscious it's getting late and I need to get a rig on. I need a jacuzzi tonight. Desperately need a jacuzzi. Right, they look like 4s. That's 4.5. That's 5. Yes, it was a 4. I was right. Oh, you beauty. Right, I don't think it's that one I need to get off. I think it's this one. I might need to take that off. I can't remember how far I tore into this one last time. I've taken that many of these to pieces last year. I don't think I looked at this one, but I can't remember how far I went into it last time. There does seem to be rather a lot of oil. You can see the lines have just gone white. They were clear originally, so they've properly perished. I don't know whether it's because somebody's run it on ethanol fuel or what, but my experience with these now that should be exactly the same if we've got the right carb. Yeah, I think the only difference is the things on the other side. This has got a bit more of an adapter. Those are still the same. Everything's the same. We just need to swing that round to the other side. And the job's a good one, I think. Because I think if we put that on the other side... Yeah, I've got to work out how we spin that over though. Oh, you twat. Because I don't think... Right, so that's the first challenge. Before we go any further, I've got to work out how we can get this to pieces to flip it over. I'm kind of hoping it just comes off, or the whole thing comes out. So let's get some screws going. So if you can see that. That needs to be over there, but the whole thing needs orientating over, so it'll still work exactly the same. It's still turning it in the same direction, and it is identical. I want a Phillips. Is that a Phillips? Can't tell, but it looks like it. It doesn't look like a posi. It's a Phillips. Right. So that's a nice. That came undone nice and easily. Could do the little metal tray. They're all a bit mucky. Right. Aha! Oh, you beauty! I was kind of hoping it was going to do that. Yeah, so it's got a barrel type throttle flappy thingy. So I think the only thing I've got to be careful with this is that in case there's any trim done with this, because it does look like there's areas. There's room for wriggle on these screws, so I'm kind of trying to work out why that would be. But I think even if it was to rotate that, you've still got the idle screw there. So right, that's the first challenge overcome. Right, so that should look the same now. Why doesn't it? Oh, you. It's different size. Oh, it's for a smaller CC. That hole's smaller. If I could drill it out. No, because the butterfly's the same as well. Oh, we're not going to be able to do this. Right. We might just have to see if we can recover this carb and just swap the fuel lines out first. And just hope that it was starving on fuel. We'll give that a good clean as well. Right, let's do these one at a time because I fell for this one last time. Right. it's got some crap up it. Well, that won't have helped, will it? Unless that's part of the liner of it, don't know. Right, so I don't know which bit that is. I'm guessing that that's the return. So we need to find something that's of that size. Possibly that. Nope. Big size up. So where we've got all the sizes except for that one. Not even that one's got a bit stiff already. Looks like I've flipping struck out. I thought I was being really smug. I've got all this stuff, you know. Turns out I might not have. Might just be able to get that through. I thought I'd got some other stuff in here. Let me go digging. Definitely like that. That's a motorbike. That's me. No, that's a better bloody match. Perhaps not. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. That it is exactly the same carb. That's just a. I mean, it might be that we can. Because that's the pump side of it. So it could be that I might be able to take that pump off and put it on there. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Because that bit looks exactly the same size and everything. Right. We're getting distracted. Stop getting distracted. Let's get this off here. There we go. Right. Can I get that on there? No. Can I get this on here? Right, that fits. So I'm going to go with these lines. I just might have to make that hole a little bit bigger. So we might have to prise that out of there. Wish me luck, because this is going to be stiff as flipping anything. Mind it went in, so it must come out. There we go. Ah, that's not what I expected. I thought one of these would have had something floating. Ah, right. Right, so that's the remember with this, don't cut all the way through because you might cut the actual barb itself. You just want to take some of the pressure off the plastic, and then hopefully, because it's that brittle, it's just got this fuel stinks. Oh, lovely. This is what you need to do when you've got fuel vapours and everything. Didn't work. I'll have to get the hot air strimmer on it. Right, let me get the hot air gun. Completely missed that, forgot to set it going again. Hot air blower, wanged it round there a bit, got that on nice and tight. Lovely. Right. I think this is probably the right size hosing. Maybe a little bit thicker walled than what was on originally, but we'll live with that. Right. So we might have to drill this out a bit. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's sealed for a while. I bet that's been leaking for ages, that. All sorts wrong with this now I start looking at it. Right, so how long do we need this to be? So it needs to be able to go all the way to the bottom of there, if needs be. And then up to I did have a pair of scissors once, many moons ago. Had some snips as well. I appear to have left with the fairies as well. Right. I don't know which way this goes in, whether it goes like that and somebody put it in upside down. I think it goes in like that. That would make more sense. I think we're going to have to drill this out. Right. I didn't drill it out in the end, I just cut it at an angle, fed a bit through, got some pliers and pulled it through with a bit of help from the old silicone. Let's move this out of the way in the spirit of trying to be even a little bit tidy. Still don't know where my good scissors have gone. I'll leave them, I might need them in a minute. I might need this in a minute as well. But these don't work. Not quite small enough. So basically I bought a whole thing of clips and whatnot, and none of them are good enough. Right. So we were going to have a go at swapping this over. still working on the theory that this is the in. I will need that. Oh, I can leave that on. Yes, even that's smaller as well. So this is a, I don't know what cc it is. It's an MT 520. Got everything out. There we go. So in theory, the one we are taking off should fit that as well. So that was so the down arrow goes next to mark on screw shit. Somebody at the door. That's weird. They have an extra bit on the rubber seal, or is that the flappy bit itself? Make sure we've got no contamination. No, all the way up. Oh, no, it can't go the other way up, it's got to be that way. Yeah, that makes sense, yes. It's almost like there's a piece missing out of that one, out of the one I've just taken off. Weird. Just be careful when you're tightening these up, you want to get it so it sits, so don't over tighten it on one side, just snug it up. In fact, I think even that might be too tight. Causing it to ride up slightly. And put this one back together just in case we need it. I don't want to lose any bits. Yeah, that appears to be missing something. Not entirely sure what, but it's missing something. I'll definitely add an extra piece of like gasket on it that looked like it formed part of the belt, the little flapper valves. So like I said, it is a pump essentially. Snug them up. Right. So that's the feed in. So that'll be this one here. I think again we're going to have to get the hot air gun on it or something. Let's just contaminate everything. So I'll blow away from the hole. It might be that we still need to. Get it past at least the next barb. That's it. We've connected the wrong fucking one up. Oh. Well, there's one thing, that'll fit on there quite nicely now. Now we've stretched it. Right, so we'll get the right one this time. In fact, let's give it some stretch. Grab the right one this time and repeat. Still haven't got my tongue out yet. This time. Right. Make sure we get this on the right way around. So that goes like that, which means that's going to have to go like that. Which means that's probably in about the right place, and that's probably in about the right place. That probably wants to look a bit more taken out of it. Right. And that's the breather. Always shorten them afterwards. Try and get this to sit back down, but without pulling that skirt down with it. Exactly what it's doing at the moment. Sorry, you can't see, my fingers are in the way. That's just exactly what I didn't want to do. think we've got it in. Woohoo! Right, so just need to take a bit of that back out now. And a bit of that one. Hopefully, looks a bit more. Right, I think we've cracked it. That got stuck in there. Great, now that's come off. It's a bit weird. Right. Just might need to do a bit of adjusting on this. We've got a bit too much slack in there. I think somebody's been messing with this. Or it's wound itself in, which is quite possible. Right. I could have sworn that went on that way round, but there's definitely a hole there. Which does match up with that one there, so we'll go with that. I think somebody's had this carburetor off and not put it back on the right way round. Or they bought another carburetor that's definitely got a hole there, right, and I can see the outline of that, but that's got a rubber seal on it, right. I think this is on the wrong one. That won't reach to the other way round, will it? No. That won't reach to upside down. I think this one's spinning round. I think that's the wrong way round, because that looks like an input. Yeah, but it hasn't got a hole in it, has it? Are we recording? Let's have a quick squidge. Yeah, we're back. Right, sorry about that. The camera died and I was in the middle of holding something. So, I had a bit of an epiphany. I don't know how much you got of that. It looks like the carburetor's the wrong way round. So, it was originally assembled like that, but there's definitely a breather hole there, and there's a hole in the gasket that matches where that hole is, and then that feeds through to the hole in the inlet manifold there. So it's like kind of a metered breather for it. And normally you'd expect the venturi to be that way round, but it was fastened that way round, which meant it had got a rubber seal against the gasket, and then there was nothing on there. So I think it should have been that way round, which meant this was actually in the right orientation originally. So we'll just put this back. I mean, we probably could put this carb on, but it would just run. It wouldn't run to the full capacity of the engine because it wouldn't be able to get the fuel it needed. So let's just quick spin that round. Put it back in again. So obviously whatever engine I bought it for the wrong size, so there should be a specification plate on here somewhere if it hasn't fallen off at some point that would tell me what cc engine it is, or something like that. Or right, let's have a quick scan over here because I'm gonna have to. It's an MT520 anyway, whatever that is, Jacobs something or other, so I should be able to get the specifications, but you would normally get a specification plate on it. It really smells bad. that is proper minging. Right, so we can probably shove some of these in a little bit further now. Kind of hoping that reaches to the bottom anyway. Most of the time you'll be operating like this, as long as it gets to the bottom of there. I think it doesn't really matter. Right, you need that over there, and then that goes on there, and then that goes on there. Kind of want to have a play with it, with the, see if we can just get it to bark off with a bit of, if I squirt a bit of stuff in there, but I really can't be asked to start mucking about transferring bottles around, because that's how we got in this mess in the first place, with all over the side in here was that. So let's just get the spark plug off. In fact, no, I ain't got time for this. Let's just put some fuel in it and see if we can get it to go. I mean, it ran before with it the other way around, but obviously if it's coming through there, it's not gonna work, in my mind anyway. I'm fairly confident about that. The trouble is, I don't know how old this fuel is. Oh, it's about a year old, so it's probably about summer last year when I made this up. I made up 2 lots of it, so I know it must be fairly good. Right, let's just sling that in there. Let's drop that into there. Right. This is where we realise we have plumbed them in the wrong way round. Oh no, it's coming. So I'm filling up the fuel chamber. Right, now it's going out the other side. So that's the thing with these, you pump it up when it's priming it. You need to make sure it's coming in and going out. So let me see if you can see that. So it comes in up there, it goes out through there. We have got a bit of weepage going on around there, so we're going to have to be a bit careful with that. Might have to see if we can get a new rubber seal for that. So when you pump, what we've seen is it's coming up. It's coming up the main one there and getting shot back down that one, which is the the bypass, so that's going back into the tank, and that's how the fuel pump works. Anything it doesn't need, once the little flappy thing goes in, and I can hear it's breathing through the breather hole as well, so in theory we should be shoving some of that into the engine as well. So we have primed it, so it should work. Now I don't, right, that's stop. That's go. That throttle's a bit stiff and sticky, but we might just have... Oh, we haven't put the choke on. Need to adjust a few things now, so I can see that that's not going all the way back. It might be because we've over cooked it with this. What I'll do is I'll shoot a bit of WD-40 up there just in case it's crap up the line that's causing it. We might have to pop it off in here. It could be that there's something going on in there that's stiffening it up, but let's see if we've got it working first. It's getting a little bit better. Does appear to be twisted, that. Ah, there we go. It's because that was twisted. Right. All good. That barked off quite nicely once we got the choke on. That's what the problem was, I've not got the choke on. Right, clearly it might start now. Put her on the floor. Brilliant. That's I can tell now that's a million times better than it was before. So I think what we'll do now is we'll go and get we have a number of ends. One of the ends that the missus wanted to get working was this one, and I think that feels fine. And also, it's a bit smoky in here, she wanted to get this one working as well. Make sure this one was going. How do you do that? And there we go. So you have to lift both of them. You can't just lift that, you have to lift that. Right, that's it. Right. Oh, it is a bit smoky in here. Right, which one should we go for first? Right, I think I've cracked it. There was actually a piece missing in here, which appeared to be causing some of the problems. That's it, we're locked in now. Yeah, it's not the best of mechanisms to lock it in, so let's full of fuel down there where I spill some. I don't want to let that bother us. Oh. Probably have to plug it out. You know, It's all we need today. Yeah, I think I flooded it. I had it upside down and all the fuel's poured into the engine, I think. No, I'm going too close to the Ducati. Oh, that could be why. Are we recording? Right. That was a bit of a success. That works, got loads of power in it, doesn't bug out like it did before. But we have got a bit of an issue going on. I couldn't shut it off. I have no idea why. Right. So I think when this... when that goes back, and you press that down, that's supposed to release that. That's it, it's released it. Right, let's get that out of the way before I go and splatter me motorbike with it. So I'm happy that's all working. We just need to make sure that that's done up. So I just need to do a quick test on the switch, because I don't know whether it's the switch, because even when I shorted these out onto the casing I couldn't get it to stop, weirdly. So so I don't know whether the switch has just failed or... That's on. That's off. Stop. So that should be off. There shouldn't be... So if I pull these apart, we shouldn't have any continuity across these. Just no, you probably can't hear that because it's the weakest, spadiest. Right, so that's off, it shorts. So something's wrong at this end. These wires, one of them appears to have a break in it. So what we should have on one of these is short to ground. So why, when I touched the red wire onto there, let's, yeah, it won't cut out. So that's weird. Very weird. Yeah, it just would not stop. Let's just test these again. So put that in there. Put that in there. That's on. Yeah, that's working. Don't know why it wouldn't shut the engine off. Because we're getting the short, so the only thing then is that this wire here is not connected up properly. Freezing. That was working before. I don't know why it's backfiring as well. It's really going after my fingers when I'm pulling it. got a flipping posi in there. That's a look. Got it first time. Number 27. An odd size. Shoving that through there. Right. Ah, there you go. That'll be the problem then. Yeah, it's the positive wire. I can see where it's come off. That's not very, there you go. That's exactly what I said it was. The positive wire to come off the spade connector at the back of there. So I think what we'll do is we'll just straighten that up and slide that in. Right, she appears to be working. Just had a tidy up. I just replaced a load of bolts as well because I realised there were a load of bolts missing. Just make sure that that's nice and thin. Let's give it a. It's tell you one thing. It's. That's it. All working again. Right. Let's wipe up that lot and have a quick tidy up, and that's it. I think we can send this one on its way. I do need to give this a quicker spin though. This one has to go on like that, does it? And you could do with a line. It tells you where to put these. It's not the easiest thing. Right, I think that's gone. That's it, we're in now. And so it's locked into place. And then I think the idea is that you put that down and then it's impossible for that thing to jump out of the way, and this has to stay on. Right. So if I can do it without get like that over. That's better. Yeah, as soon as we ran the chainsaw before it just bogged down. What I do need though is we need some chainsaw oil in here because I don't think we've got any. No, so that's gonna. Let's chuck some normal oil in. Anyway, right. So I'm gonna leave it there. I've got to tidy up quickly. Like I said, I'm on a bit of a mission with this one. The wife's off next week and she wants to do a whole load of gardening if the weather gets better because it's just been shit here all winter. We're about to go into mating bird season, which means there's a whole load of bushes and things we've got to get down before we get mating birds in them. I don't want to be disturbing them, so right, I'm going to leave this here. That gets rather hot, could do with a cover on it. Let's turn this up before we forget, so we can get the everything packed away, and I can go out for a ride tomorrow now. I'll call that a result. If not, I might not be able to breathe. I need to see if I can get some parts for this, because obviously we're missing some bits. We're missing the shaft that goes in there, we're missing a screw, a spring, sorry. So there's a whole load of stuff that's missing. A nut, 3 things, a nut, a shaft and a screw we're missing. So we need to get all that lot, we need to find that. I don't know whether I've lost it or whether it was missing, given that this was in a, obviously somebody had been fiddling with it. I think they were properly maintained. It came from a care home, where a friend of ours was the caretaker, groundsman, whatever. And these are expensive bits of kit in the UK, even though they are just rebranded Chinesian ones. But yeah, it's been looked after. But whoever they sent it to last time has obviously stuck a new carburetor on, or tried to clean the carburetor and put the carburetor on backwards. I will go back and look at my videos to see if I had the carb off, but I don't think I had the carb off. But it can't have been that way around, so who knows. I think remember this one just fired up, bit of carb cleaner and whatnot, and it was just the lines that were perished. There was nothing else wrong with it, so I'd be interested to find out what the crack is with this one. Like I said, at the moment I think somebody else screwed up. If it was me, I'll be honest, and I'll put my hand up. Anyway, right, I need to shift this out, send it to the missus. Now, hold on a second, there's something under there. What does that do? I have no idea. Or is that itself might be an idle thing that you can turn up and down, or is it physically that's how much you can rev it. Stop a button, stop you from over revving it. Oh, there you go. Right, let me shift this out of the way, let me shift you, and let me close up this, and if nothing else, we've got this tidied up today. I won't put any fuel in it, just in case it pisses out all over the floor, and we'll have to see if we can get another seal for that tank seal. Job's a good one. Like and subscribe.